Good afternoon, student. Class 10th. Today I am telling you about something in your grammar portion. Sentences. You all know about the sentences. There are so many definitions. There are so many things are says about the sentences. But in real, as in your standard, what is the real definition of a sentence? How can you define a sentence? How can you make a sentence at your level? And how can you speak a sentence? These are the things that we try to find out the solution of these matters. I think you know, you understand what is I am speaking, what is I am saying. You must understand this language because you are after all in 10th class. There is no place for Hindi, no place for Hindi version. Understand? Because you all of know the importance of English. So just we proceeding the things. I like to require to say something to you that you just noted down the definitions if you want. Otherwise, you may attention and carefully listen this and try to understand what is I am speaking, what is I am pronouncing. So firstly, we come to the sentence. What is a sentence? In a simple way, a group of words is called sentence. First, this is not for you. This is not for your standard. This is the standard of class 6th, 7th, 8th. And after that, the definition will be changed, must be changed, can be changed. So what is the definitions? Add your sentence, just like a sentence is an agreement of groups. Carefully listen. A sentence is an agreement of group of words that make a complete and meaningful sense. That is the full flash. That is the full definitions of a sentence. You heard? A sentence is an agreement. A sentence is an agreement of group of words that make a complete meaningful sense. What do you understand? You can also write down this. And now, the examples are there. When you write a sentence, you just keep them in a proper slot, in a proper way, in a proper sequence. Just like the please shut door. Second, the moves round the sun. Do you know that these kinds of sentences are right or wrong? Firstly, you think about that and just try to make it correct. What is the correct sentence? First, I say, the please shut door. The please shut the door. This is the first sentence. And the second, the moves round the sun. The moves earth around the sun. These are the two sentences. And now you take them in a proper slot, in a proper sentence, because they are totally wrong. I think so. So, dear student, try to correct them. How can you write them? What is the proper slot of these sentences? Arranging the words in their proper slot. You ever know the rearranging the words? I think you read it in 9th, in 8th, in 7th. Rearrange the words, the jumbling words. I can say them. So, the please shut door. This is not the correct. Please shut the door. Please shut the door. This is the correct. This is the right sequence of a sentence. And second, the moves around the sun. The earth moves around the sun. The earth moves around the sun. Then you see these sentences are not in definite order. You can say it not in proper sequence. In grammatical way, you can say it. These sentences are not in definite order. Definite order is this. Next, kinds of sentences. How many kinds of sentences you have? Ever you thought about that? First, assertive sentences. Second, imperative. Third, operative. Fourth, exclamative sentences. The 4 kinds of sentences is there. And there are so many methods, there are so many ways that you know the rule, you know the key point of these sentences. They are like, in a sentence you can know that there are 4 things. A complete sentence has 4 things. Without these things, a sentence cannot be made by anyone. The methods are S plus V plus O plus C is equal to O. A complete sentence. S indicate for subject, V indicate for verb, O indicate for object, and C indicate for complement. These 4 kinds of words of a sentence, right? We take the first sentence, assertive sentence. Carefully listen. The definition of assertive sentence. What do you mean by assertive sentence? If you try to understand the language, if you try to understand the words, then you find out the definition very easily. Assertive sentences. Now proceed. When we need to give some facts or to describes events or things, whatever, negative or positive, they are called assertive sentences. What do you think? When we need to give some facts or to describe events or things, whatever negative or positive, it is called assertive sentences. Right? And secondly, how can you know this is an assertive sentence? What is the identification of a sentence? Then you completed it. It demanded a full stop after the last word. If you marked a sentence at the ending point with a full stop, then you can say it is a complete sentence. Right? Second, before that, see the examples. She may win. She may win. May. What do you indicate for may? You think about that. She may win, full stop. That is a complete, correct sentences that we make them with the sequence of the word. Second, Ram went to Delhi yesterday. Ram went to Delhi yesterday, day before, and thereafter a full stop. This is the assertive sentence. And after that, the second is interrogative sentence. Interrogatives. What do you mean by interrogatives? Can you think about that? Interrogative, you read it 6th to 8th, 9th, I think so. Interrogative sentences, when we need to ask a question, when we need to ask someone a question, we use an interrogative sentences. And at the ends, with the question mark. This is called interrogative sentences. When we need to ask someone a question, to use an interrogative sentence and ends with a question marks. That is called interrogative sentence. Then how can you say? Just like example, what is your name? What is your name? And there is a question mark. If there is no question mark, then this is not the correct sentence. Then there is no meaning of this sentence. In English grammar, it is must that you can write everything in its proper place. You are saying, what is your name? And you did not, the sentence marked with question mark, then how can you know? What are you asking? And second, where are you going? When the sentence is end, marked with question mark. So these are the things, these are the tips, and these are the events, these are the sequences, these are the concepts that you have to clear it. And try to practice that. You should understand the English. You should understand the what is I be speaking, what is I pronouncing here. And now this is not the time of Hindi. Leave it. You are now studying in 10th class. This is your first flight. You can see it. After your second flight is arrived, when you pass out. So dear student, once again I am saying you, please concentrate your mind, alert your minds on the words of the sentence and try to use more and more English words in your daily language. I am always telling you. And try to speak somehow. And if you do that, one day come that you are a English speaker with fluency. There is no problem. There is no kind of problem to speak in English. This is very simple language. Very, very simple. I think simple than Hindi. If you have a capacity, if you have a determination, if you have a hard work, if you have a practice make the man perfect, as you all know. So till then, this is the enough for the day, and tomorrow I will tell you about the other kinds of sentences, optative and examilatory sentences. For till then, goodbye. Have a nice day for all the students. Goodbye.